A lot of times people it's not the first thing on their mind to get out and clean their gutters. So sometimes they let it, get pushed way in the back of their head. But what they don't realize is when you have that much weight coming out of the gutters from all the trees and the wind just keeps blowing and depositing all of these micro deposits, it builds up, and the weight per foot is tremendous, and the pressure that is being pulled on and off with the wind and the weight of the debris, the chances are very high that the actual gutter itself could fall right off the house. And people that have explained it to me, customers that have explained it, it sounds like a bomb went off. When that thing hits the ground, it just completely, you're just like, what? But you don't realize how much weight is actually in there. But each handful that they're taking out, each handful is like, 5-10 pounds, and they're throwing it into the buckets. So it's like you have bags of sand basically running from end cap to end cap, or bags of concrete, just mortar. It's super heavy up there. So it's really important to stay diligent with the upkeep and maintenance of the exterior of your home, because your home keeps you safe, dry, and a healthy house on the inside starts with the exterior of the house and proper maintenance on your gutter system. That is your water management system, and without it operating properly, you run into all kinds of issues and costly tens of thousands of dollars worth of possible fascia damage, mold and mildew from the water that gets behind the siding, and black mold, and building materials actually breathe. So if you think everything's nice and safe on the inside, and your gutters are getting completely, like, look what he's taking out of that gutter. He's grabbing just handfuls and handfuls of debris that are completely clogged up. But what happens when it overflows and backflows towards the house, it gets behind your siding, and you can't see that stuff from the exterior. So you don't realize that if you have black mold behind your siding and building materials breathe, you could be creating a toxic environment inside of the house. So very important, especially with this much tree coverage. Minimum twice a year cleaning is recommended. I would highly recommend 4 times a year. Of course, it all depends on the homeowner's budget. So, and how diligent are you with a maintenance schedule? So you want to make sure to check off the boxes. Hey, it's springtime, let's get the gutters cleaned. Summer, let's get the gutters cleaned. In the autumn, I usually suggest, with this much tree coverage, twice in the fall, right at the beginning, and then right at the very end, right before winter. So going into the winter time, you will not have any type of back clogs that could potentially create ice dams from the blockages. And if anyone has ever had an ice dam in their house, you don't ever want an ice dam in your house, because what happens is it's the middle of winter time, and you're sitting there having a coffee, and you look up and you've got water dripping in on your ceiling, and you're like, what the heck? What's going on? So the water backs up underneath the shingles, and it starts, pouring in on the inside of your house. You got water coming in on your walls and your ceiling. So highly recommend proper gutter maintenance annually.